In this video, going to be going over why AI is the best thing to sell right now. So, why is AI the best thing to sell right now? And I'm going to give you guys an example of this that's going to overarch basically everything here. So, my YouTube channel, I try to post daily. I haven't been able to post daily, but I'll just post basically anything that's on my mind. If I don't have the time to structure a video, I'll just be talking in my car as I'm coming from work. It's a 20-minute commute. It is a time that I have free and I can make a video on. Now, there was a video I made here like a week ago, and it was talking about basically how I was outside and I saw a Corvette go down my street. Now, my street, I live in the middle of the country, the middle of rural northern Canada. Like, I searched it up, only 1% of Canadians live more north than me. And to see a Corvette on that road is very, very rare. It was something. And I made a video behind that, and I'm like, you know what? I was happy when I saw it. There was a time in my life where I would have been sad and would have got angry and like, oh yeah, why don't I have that yet? Now, is in my current time of life, I'm like, you know what? This is cool. I'm gonna use this as positive motivation. That video got 50 views. I also posted a video around 2.5 weeks ago. I was coming home from work, and I just basically talked about how you can become AI proof. And my idea behind that was from a personal brand standpoint, or from yourself. If you're portraying some sort of brand online, you have to be as genuine as possible, and you have to be just basically show yourself as super trustworthy, super real, super genuine in someone's eyes. The idea behind that is AI, even just on the content side right now, it's taking over on all ways, shapes, and form. And if you yourself can be that real person that people trust and are guided to, everyone's trust recession outside of everything else, they're going to come to you. So that's how you can become AI proof. That video, I only recorded for like 12 minutes. I just picked up my phone, started yapping. I got 1,000 views. Now obviously I am an AI themed channel, right? AI agency. But that shows you it was 20 times more popular, a topic about AI, than a topic about just whatever. And that brings us, right, to the popularity of AI right now. AI is still a buzzword. It has been a buzzword for almost 4 years now. That is crazy. That is insane, right? To have that timeline on something that is still talked about to the extent that it's talked about, it means there's something there. And for you yourself, if you can get in on this, this is going to be one of the best opportunities we ever have. Now, don't just take my word for it. I'm sure you've seen tons of videos. I just saw a video the other day. It was Bill Ackman. He's a very big Wall Street banker. He was saying, if I was 20 years old and I was just starting, I'd get into AI. I've heard Mark Cuban say that. I've heard Alex Hormozi say that. I've heard some of the greatest minds, some of the greatest people of our generation all saying the same thing. Get into AI. Now, if you're not going to listen to me, listen to some of the greatest minds of our generation. Secondly, this is an idea that my mentor told me. When a new idea comes around, something that really hits home, like something that actually has impact, there's 3 waves of it. The first wave is the first 7 years. And this is when the pioneers start. So you think of ChatGPT, that came out in 2022? That was our first taste of really, how can I word this? Interactive AI, something that was for everyone. It was very public, very widespread. Since 2022, and it's 2026 right now, we're still in that first wave. And the first wave is where the pioneers and the money is made. That's where the first people who are starting are going to get in on this and are going to make all the money out into the future. The second wave is when it starts to get way more saturated. A lot more people know what it is. A lot more people are doing it. There's tons more competition, right? It turns into a red ocean, right? Not a blue ocean, if you guys are familiar with marketing terms. It's going to be way harder for you to make money. And then the third one is where everyone is involved with this somehow. You and your grandma and your grandma's dog is all doing or interacted with this thing somehow. Blah, 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 right? Now, put this into perspective. We are in the first wave of AI. We're still in the first wave of AI. We're only 4 years of 7. If you can get in on this, you are going to have so much time on everyone who's going to become affiliated with AI. And secondly, with that, you are going to be the expert when this becomes a commodity. Now, this idea is something that a lot of my mentors have told me, even with me running my AI agency, how to frame myself, how to set myself up now so that I'm well represented in the future. This is going to be a commodity, right? This is going to be one of the most important things that humanity has ever been through. And if you yourself can get in on this early, right? If you can establish that presence early and you can learn and become knowledgeable and be the person that people come to when they have questions, when they have any sort of discrepancy behind AI, you are going to have so much power, so much monetization ability, so much trust. You're going to be the expert, right? And you're going to be laughing. You're going to be the person that people go to. You're going to be the pioneer, right? The pioneer is the people who makes the money. With that being said, right? Just that pure idea behind there. If you can get in on AI now, if you can double down on AI, if you can learn all the skills. I haven't learned Claude until recently, which is something I regret not doing, not learning very commonly. I was very familiar with ChatGPT, but I should have got in on Claude earlier. But that's just an example. Get familiar with Claude. Get familiar with ChatGPT. Get familiar with MCPs. Get familiar with LLMs. Get familiar with agents, how agents work, the autonomy behind it. Listen to podcasts every single day. One podcast I listen to is AI for Humans. Very basic overview of just what's the latest AI news, right? Claude Mythos, that came out probably 2 or 3 months as I'm recording this, but that was a big thing in the AI space, right? So for you yourself, AI is going to be one of the greatest opportunities we have ever had, and we're still in the first wave. You watching this, we are still in the first wave. Sure, it's way more saturated than it was, 2-3 years ago, but it's also getting way better. You think of Claude nowadays, the stuff that Claude can do that it couldn't do back then, you have way more gap of skill that you can, prompt inject. That's probably not the best use of the word, but that you can use to your advantage, right? And solve some sort of problem, right? That business owners are having, like what I'm doing, or just provide value in this space. And when you do that, you're going to be the expert as this becomes a commodity. You're going to have so much monetization ability. So that is why AI is one of the best things to sell right now, and why you yourself, you watching this video, you obviously are interested in AI agencies. You are on the right page. So this is your sign. You are on the right track, right? You have put in the right inputs. Now it's just a matter of following through. So I hope you guys understood that. I hope you guys got value out of that. And if you stick with this, you are going to be very successful in the future. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.